America has never been about the land or white people. It has always been about ideas or ideals, things that we believe we're moving towards, that guide everything that we do, like freedom, respect for the individual, that rugged individuality that all these people are trying to deconstruct with this, coming together and being communism and socialism. That's what made all the computers and all the great art and the rocket ships to the moon, was that rugged individualism that you can be different. You can be the same. You don't have to be the same. You can step out from the crowd with your crazy idea until it becomes genius and unbelievable. And those kinds of things will go away if everyone lives in a collective, because you have to give up that part of yourself to be part of the collective. Because if you're an individual and you do things the way you want to instead of the way the crowd wants to, you mess up the cohesion and tear it apart. And that's all these socialist countries. They're like, oh, they're so happy and peaceful. That's because they've given up that part of themselves to be, and the ones that haven't have to keep it quiet. Because if you make waves in that socialist environment, it'll start deconstructing the whole thing. And it's like being up in a hot air balloon and poking a hole in it. You'll start to sink and you can't do it. And so they talk about, it's peaceful and it's quiet and it's boring as it can be. And here it's exciting and it's traumatizing and it's troubling. And that's what the rugged individualism does, is it makes things upsetting and problematic. And here's this person with this crazy idea. But that is how all of the great things get invented. That's how we move humanity forward and, at great speed. And there are some things that we do need to do together. And we need to talk, like the police and the firemen. That really seems to work pretty well. Even though all these people are complaining about them, that's not true. That works really well when we use a socialist model. And so we can integrate the different things and talk about what, healthcare. Is that a profit, something for profit, or should that be a moral obligation to keep people healthy, to allow them to, use the technology and the understanding we have to fix their health? That's a discussion we need to have. And once we make a decision, it's going to be very different. And there are advantages to each model, but that's something we can talk about. But having the rugged individualism disappear and not respecting it and, glorifying it is a recipe for stagnation for humanity.